Hello and welcome everyone to another update video here on this channel about Bitcoin, Ethereum, QNT and also the ADA price. I will provide you with all of my expectations, my price targets, and I will tell you, of course, also my game plan for this current situation. In my opinion, the next following few hours are the most important hours in the last few months for me personally, because we will finally see if my work from the last 1-2 months is paying off, if we are holding support, and we will see if we are getting finally our entry point, which we are waiting for since actually 1-2 months here on this channel. And I will of course tell you all the updates about that, so stick with me until the very end and enjoy this video. And as you can see, we are starting here straight on the 88 4-hour time frame. And for the new viewers on this channel, I want to show you in a short clip what I've been telling you here on this channel for the last 1-2 months already. We have been made a fifth wave with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You also get this target area between the 0.5 and the 0.618 extension. I show you how we should reach this target area. We should make an A down, a B up, and then again a C down in this target area. This is actually my current expectation for ADA. So technically what I expect right now is a 3-wave or a corrective move here in this target area, which sits between the 30 and the 32 US dollar level. I expect ADA to make an impulsive 5-wave move here towards the downside and then recover. So for ADA, I count this actually as a 5-wave move, which is completed. So this should actually be a wave A of 2, a B up now and a C down. The B, to be honest, we can count it as a 5-wave move. If we count this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, everything, we should really hit this support area right now in the next few days, or in the next 1 to 3 weeks, before we can get our reversal towards the upside. If we are reversing straight from here, it would be, in my opinion, a little bit unreliable, because this was a clear 5-wave move towards the downside. After we went below this bottom, I recognized that probably this is not it, that we are getting one last leg towards the downside. So I thought about what could be another wave count opportunity, and I came up with the idea that this was only an A wave, this was the B wave, and this impulse was actually a C wave. And as you can see, we have been following this path quite perfectly. We are in my target area. And now it's time for me to analyze if this move is finally over and we are turning around or not. And that's why I told you at the beginning that in my opinion, the next following few hours will decide if we can hold this scenario or not. I'm sticking to this scenario still, of course. I'm following this primary expectation since actually back then when we topped here in this 5th wave. So I'm actually in a small long position, but it doesn't mean necessarily that the bottom is in my opinion. As you can see here highlighted in yellow on the chart, my primary expectation is that we are getting one last low of the C wave and then bounce up from there. And that's actually the reason why I have a long limit order down there, which hopefully gets triggered when we see this last dip and then a strong reaction towards the upside. I personally didn't set a stop loss for this small position because in relation to my normal positions, it's quite a small one right now. I will of course scale it up when we get a larger dip in this target area. So actually when my long limit order gets triggered, and then I will scale it up again after a successful 1-2 setup. What does it mean? A successful 1-2 setup is if we are seeing a strong reaction towards the upside in 5 waves, and then afterwards a 3-wave or a corrective retracement. So what that would mean actually is that if we are seeing this next dip, there should be actually a huge volume candle and actually quite a nice rise towards the upside, which should be clearly identifiable in 5 waves. So because that's for me the perfect confirmation that a bottom is in and that we are getting this next larger wave towards the upside. If we are seeing this bounce here, and this is a successful 1-2 setup, which actually at the moment nobody can guarantee that it will work out, but due to probabilities and likelihoods, I of course stick to that scenario. And here the next price target, or the minimum price target for the next move towards the upside, would be around the 60 US dollar cent level. It depends of course on how low are we going right now. If we are holding this low, it should bring us up to 60 US dollar cents. If we are touching the lower bottom of this target area down there, yeah, it should bring us up to the 57 US dollar cent level. So you can see it depends a little bit, but something like that is here absolutely my preferred option, my primary scenario, which I'm currently following. And that's why I'm actually in a small long position. But if we are dropping lower and see one more low, I will, yeah, of course, scale up this long position and will not get stopped out of this trade. Let's now have a look at the Ethereum chart as well. And if we are starting here on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that also there my primary expectation got fulfilled perfectly. I provided you here with this yellow wave count actually all of the time. Yeah? So we were actually long there, short there, long there. I missed my short entry here. Yeah? I had placed some short orders up there in the target area, which we didn't reach enough. We touched it slightly, and since then I'm always telling you here should come a 5-wave move impulse towards the downside in this A wave. And if we're zooming in a little bit on the 15-minute time frame, you can see that I think currently, or my primary expectation also there is that this A wave is not fully completed yet, because this is clearly, in my opinion, a 4th wave. So this should actually be an impulse in a 5th wave towards the downside. And currently I can count it as a 1, 2, 3, 4. So there actually, or in the optimum case, there should be one last dip, which then completes the wave 5 of A. And from there, a strong reaction towards the upside. You can see there, it looks quite like a bear flag for all of the pattern traders. But be careful, this is a 3rd wave actually. So you cannot, or I will not consider this price target of the bear flag as the price target for the 5th wave. Because as you know, in the pattern analysis, we would measure that like that. So that this next leg towards the downside is same size as the wave before. I will actually stick to the elite wave targets when we measure the trend-based FIB extensions from the wave 1 and put it down here to the wave 4 high. This would bring us here in this target area. I even need to set it a little bit higher. Actually, the target area is between the 100% extension and the 1.618 extension here of the 1st wave. So in between the 1530 and the 1493 US dollars, I expect the turnaround towards the upside. So there, as you can see, one last leg as well is missing. Then there should be actually a huge bounce towards the upside, but I won't trade it here for Ethereum. I will trade it for ADA, because for Ethereum, it's quite likely, in my opinion, that this is only a B wave. And the B wave has no certain rules how far it goes, but the likelihood of it going only here in between this, the 0.5 and the 61.8 FIB retracement level is quite high. So that's why I'm not trading this B wave up. I will stick to the Cardano trade, because there I'm expecting already the move up here in a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you can see we're a little bit ahead in the wave count. If we're looking here at the Bitcoin chart next, you can see that I have the same expectations there. Of course, I've been tracking here this 5-wave move on the channel since the existence of this channel. So this was completely fulfilled perfectly. We hit the wave 3 target area, the wave 4 target area, the wave 5 target area. I told you here we will go down. I told you down there we will go up. I told you up there we will go down. So now it's only a question of, is this A wave completed or not? And in my opinion, it's not yet. It's not completed yet. We also need one last leg here towards the downside. If I'm zooming in a little bit more, you can also count this clearly as a 1, 2, 3, 4. And there is one last leg missing here in a wave 5, of course, of the A wave, or so to say a wave 5 of the 5th wave of the A wave, because there is already a 5-wave move on the bigger time frames, if you count it like that. But this 5th wave should also be a 5-wave move itself. So that's why I'm thinking about one last lower low, then the B wave up, and then the C wave down. You can see here perfectly that on this time frame, it would then look like a head and shoulders pattern. So actually the pattern trader would then consider this moment as the breakdown moment. And we will also reach this target area with this pattern prediction, so to say. If we're getting here now one last low, then a bounce in the B wave, then a larger sell-off in the C wave, and then we can continue here to focus on the upside. Right now, it's not the moment for me personally. I mean, of course, if we see a last low, we can also consider this as an ABC, but I don't think that's likely. I really don't see that coming, or I really don't want to focus even on that scenario, because this as an ABC itself would be way too shallow for that as a big wave 1. Normally, we take around about 60% of the time, yeah, for the wave 2, which we needed for the wave 1 to be finished. Yeah? So that's why I consider this only as an A wave, so then there should be a B and a C. For 88, we have already fulfilled everything. With one last low, we can complete this C wave for 88. Last but not least, we have a look at the Q&T chart, and there I also want to completely stick to my scenario. I'm telling you here since the first video on this channel that this is, in my opinion, a wave A of 2, so this is a B of 2, and there should be a C of 2 down there in this target area. I provided you when we were down there with this upper target area up there and this downwards target area for the C wave. We reached the wave B target perfectly. We saw resistance. We are now moving down. I mean, there are more bullish scenarios as well. One of them would, for example, be that we see one last high and then move down in the C wave, but that would only be a short-term bullish scenario, and then we get the bounce from there. So I don't want to trade that, to be honest. Rather we come down straight, or we get one last high and then coming down. In both scenarios, I don't really want to enter before we come to this target area, because also when we zoom out a little bit more, you can see that this wave 1 took quite long. I mean, in general, this could be already it in the wave 2, but then this wave 3 would start so slowly. I don't consider this as a wave 3. To be honest, it's practically not very likely. So one last low below the A wave low, which was down there, would, in my opinion, complete this wave 1, 2. And then we can get the bounce to the upside. Until we are not coming down there, I will not open any trades for Q&T. If you like this video, if this information was useful for you, smash up the like button, guys, and leave a subscription down below the video. Activate the small little bell if you don't want to miss out on that in the future. And also, feel free to follow me on my other social media accounts. I have my Twitter account activated. I'm also active on Instagram and TikTok, so follow me on that account. And as always, thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much that you stick with me until the very end. And I hope we will see each other in the next video here on this channel. Ciao, ciao.